What's up everybody? Seed Collector back with a super important tip for you guys. Storing your seeds. You can definitely do it incorrectly, and that's going to reduce germination and eliminate your investment. As we get closer to November, a lot more people are picking up seeds. They want to stockpile them, and that leads to the next question I get a lot. How do you store your seeds? And the question I always reply with is, how long are you trying to store them, right? There's long-term, midterm, and short-term storage. We're going to go over all three. But first, we need to learn what's the enemy of your seeds while they're in storage. First up, we have moisture. Guys, water, humidity, that is the ultimate enemy of storing your beans. If the humidity is above 60%, it starts an enzymatic process inside the seed, kind of letting it know, hey, it's time to sprout. When in reality, you're still trying to keep it in storage mode. So humidity and moisture, absolute enemy when it comes to seed storage. Another big thing is heat, guys. Temperatures above 65, 70, they also cause an enzymatic action within that seed, and it causes it to use all of its reserve energy, right? You know, the little bit of nutrients it has stored to start a healthy sprouting seedling. If it's stored in too warm of temperatures, all that energy is gone. It's also good to keep your beans stored in the dark. Now, how does a seed know whether it's light or dark? I don't exactly know. Smarter people than me do. But it happens, guys. So it's not as much of a deal breaker when it comes to humidity or heat. But if you can, which most of us can, keep your seeds in the dark. And it could be something as simple as just like a black Mylar bag, guys. You don't need to go crazy about it, but you know, don't just leave it in that clear tube sitting on your countertop. I hear all kinds of things for seed storage, guys, and a lot of the things that people ask me about are the freezer or the fridge. And there's a couple very big reasons why I don't like either of those methods. And so that brings us to the best ways to store your seeds. And as I said earlier, there's short-term, midterm, and long-term storage. So let's first take a look at what they do for long-term seed storage. And as you saw with the seed vault, long-term storage, freezing it may be the way to go, guys, but that is not really the reality that we all live in. And I also want to mention that was a dedicated, specialized, multi-million-dollar freezer. A lot of you guys are asking, can I just put them in my freezer with my pizza and my, veggies? Guys, no, because that temperature will fluctuate. There will be moisture introduced into that jar, based on the level of food you have in there, based on the amount of times you open and close that door. There will be slight fluctuations. When you're doing seed preservation in that, frozen state, it needs to maintain that temperature and never fluctuate, guys. That's how the seed vault works. So when it comes to storing your seeds in the freezer, if you have a dedicated like ice chest in the garage, a dedicated whatever, cool. But make sure it's dedicated and not your daily use freezer. And be doing it for the long term. And when I say long term, guys, I'm talking about anything over 5 years. Now, if you were truly interested in preserving a line, yes, you would probably keep it in a deep freeze for an extended period of time. But realistically, every 3-4 years, you should be breaking those genetics out. You should be making more and then putting that into storage. One of the crazy things about all the people are like, oh, keep them in freezer for 10 years. It's the best way to go. But they haven't even stored their seeds for 10 years in the freezer yet, because it takes 10 years, guys. So yeah, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. And that brings us to kind of like the midterm storage, which I just classify as like 3 to 5 years. This is usually where people use a fridge. Personally, I don't, but I'll explain why others do. Even when stored in the ideal conditions, low humidity, low heat, no light, seeds will naturally get a lower germination rate after about 3 years, and it will continue to go down. Now, it's a small difference if you're storing them correctly, but it is a detectable difference, statistically at least. So when it comes to like fridges or, the midterm storage, 3 to 5 years, cold weather, as we saw with the long-term storage, can reduce the metabolism and slow the, genetic process down as far as the seeds go. So that's why some people use the fridge for midterm storage. But like long-term storage, this should absolutely be a dedicated fridge, guys. Do not put this in your fridge that you use every day. That temperature is going to fluctuate, condensation is going to develop inside your storage jar, and well, shoot, viability goes down. And so that brings us to short-term storage. And guys, whether it's long-term, midterm, or short-term, the way that you store them should be the same. You want it in an airtight container. It can be a ball jar, it can be a dedicated box, it could be anything as long as it's airtight. And something else you want to do is when it is in that airtight container, put in some desiccant packs, guys, because any extra moisture is going to get soaked up by those beads. So here's a few ways that I store things. This is very short term, right? We got some mean muffin in here. They're getting ready to go. It's in the airtight ball jar, but I also have the desiccant pack sitting up top, guys. So that's going to remove any extra moisture that may be in there. I also have the Sea Vault, guys. This is also another airtight container. I like to keep, different packs of stuff in here that I may be getting into shortly. I keep those in here, and again, desiccant packs, airtight. But for long-term storage, I use something like this. This is an airtight box. It's blocking all the light, and it's going nowhere, guys. So these are the 3 methods that I like to use. And again, in all of them, I always have desiccant packs. And I like the kind of desiccant packs like this. They are orange when they're dry, and they get slowly greener as they absorb moisture. So you know when it's time to change your desiccant packs. On top of that, all 3 of these guys, I keep them in a drawer, which keeps it dark. It's also in a climate-controlled room, and it's on the interior of the house. It's not on an external wall, which can get temperature fluctuations. So climate-controlled, steady environment in the dark. That's how I like to store my stuff. Your goal is to keep the temperature somewhere around 50 degrees and the relative humidity 40% or lower. So there you have it, guys. These are the best ways to store and save your genetics for the future, because again, we can't pop them all at one time. But as my good friend Mr. Magpie would say, the best place to store your seeds is in the soil. So get to poppin'. I'm Chad Westport. You can check out my genetics at chadwestport.com. Keep it locked here on the Chad Westport YouTube channel for more tips and helpful grow information. And leave any questions or comments down below. Guys, how do you store your seeds? How long are you storing them? Give us the 411. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day. And remember, everybody, to party on.